Dear students, let's begin with the final part of your second supplementary, A Shot in the Dark, written by Sati. Hello Sladabai, you spending the weekend at Brill? Good, excellent. We'll have a round of golf together tomorrow. I'll give you your revenge for filing. Not a bad course here as inland courses go. Here we are. Here's the car waiting for us and very nice too. So, the one who was getting down from the train, that is Flora People Casey, who is the friend of Philip Sladabai, was talking to him and he was inquiring that you spending the week at Brill. Good, excellent. He's appreciating him for spending the weekend there and he knows that he is going to meet Mrs. Solpeniago. And by the time he was saying that we'll have a round of golf together tomorrow, we'll be having a good time here tomorrow. And then by the time they were speaking, the car was arriving to the place and he is saying that here's the car waiting for us. The car which won the Casey's approval was a sumptuous looking vehicle which seemed to embody the last word in elegance, comfort and locomotive power. Its graceful lines and symmetrical design masked the fact that it was an enormous wheel structure combining the features of hotel, lounge and an engine room. So in this paragraph, they are explaining about the looking of the car, the outlook of the car. How did it look? It had the locomotive power. Locomotive power means very high efficiency power of vehicle like a train. So even the car had the power like a train, locomotive power, and it was looking very elegant, comfort. It was like a luxurious car. And combining the features of a hotel, lounge and an engine room, it was very large. Different sort of vehicle to the post chaise in which our grandfathers used to travel, exclaimed the lawyer appreciatively. And for Leatherby's benefit, he began running over the chief points of perfection in the fitting and mechanism of the car. So he was asking that different sort of vehicle to the post chaise. What is post chaise? Post chaise is the fast carriage for travelling post, which was used in the 18th and 19th century. A carriage kind of vehicle, fast carriage, that is called as post chaise. So he was comparing that with the post chaise. He was comparing the car with the post chaise which was used in the 18th and 19th century by the grandfathers. And for Leatherby's benefit, he began running over the chief points of perfection in the fitting and mechanism of the car. He did not stop with that. He was even telling the fitting and mechanism, how good the car is, how luxurious it is. He is adding the points to the positive of the car. Leatherby heard not a single word, noted not one of the details that were being expounded to him. His eyes were fixed on the door panel on which were displayed two crests, a greyhound currant and a demi-lion holding in its paw a cross-basket. When Claudia Pipple Casey was explaining about the fitting and mechanism of the car, Leatherby did not even hear a single word that was explained to him because his eyes were fixed on the door panel of the car. He was watching the door panel of the car in which there were two crests. Already Bertie has mentioned greyhound currant and a demi-lion. So these were the two crests which was appeared on the car. The Casey was not the sort of man to notice and observe the silence on the part of a companion. He had been silent himself for nearly an hour in the train and his tongue was making up for lost time. So Casey is not a kind of man who will be always silent. He had already been silent in the train for an hour. So now on adding to that, now he started speaking about everything to his friend Philip Leatherby. Political gossip, personal anecdote and general observation flowed from him in an uninterrupted stream as the car sped along the country roads. From the inner history of Dublin labour troubles and the private life of the Prince Designate of Albania, he progressed with an easy volubility to an account of an alleged happening at the ninth hole at Sandwich and verbatim report of a remark made by the Duchess of Perthshire at Tangoti. So he was speaking about all the political gossips, personal anecdote, everything was unwanted thing. So once the car started, he was talking about all the things whichever he wanted to talk because he was already being silent in the train for nearly an hour. Just as the car turned in at the Brill entrance gate, the Casey captured Leatherby's attention by switching his remarks to the personality of their hostess. So now the car is entering into the Brill gates. So now Casey is watching Leatherby's attention by switching his remarks to the personality of their hostess. So now he is beginning to speak about the hostess. Who is the hostess? Mrs. Solpeniago is the hostess. Brilliant woman, level-headed, a clear thinker, knows exactly when to take up an individual or a cause, exactly when to let him or it drop. Influential woman but spoils herself and the chances by being too restless. No repose, good appearance too, till she made that idiotic change. Change? Queried Leatherby. What change? So, now, Claudia People Casey was explaining about the hostess. Hostess means it refers to Mrs. Sol Peñago. So he was appreciating her that she was a brilliant woman, level-headed. What is level-headed? Level-headed means calm, being calm and sensible. A clear thinker, and she takes decision very well. She knows what decision to be taken when. Knows exactly when to take up an individual or cause, exactly when to let him or it drop. She knows how to support people. Influential woman but spoils herself and her chances by being too restless. So she keeps on working and she'll be restless always. No repose. Repose means without rest. Good appearance too, till she made that idiotic change. And also finally Claudia People is telling that she had a very good appearance till she made that idiotic change. So when he tells that, this Philip Leatherby is asking, change? What kind of change? What I say? He is questioning Leatherby. He is questioning Claudia People Casey that what change? What change did she make? What change? You don't mean to say? Oh, of course. You have only known her just lately. She used to have beautiful dark brown hair which went very well with a fresh complexion. Then one day, about 5 weeks ago, she electrified everybody by appearing as a brilliant blonde. Quite ruined her looks. Here we are. I say, what's the matter with you? You look rather ill. So now, he was asking that what kind of change did Mrs. Solpeniago make? He was answering Claudia People Casey was telling that she used to have beautiful dark brown hair. What did Bertie say first? Bertie also told that my mother always used to have a beautiful dark brown hair which runs in her family. That is the statement given by Bertie too. Then one day, about 5 weeks ago, she electrified everybody by appearing as a brilliant blonde. But finally, after 5 weeks, what did she do? She shocked everyone. Electrified means shocked. Shocked everyone by appearing as a brilliant blonde. So, according to Mr. Phillips Leatherby, he met her before a week and he knows her only as a blonde, okay, as a pronounced blonde. She had only that yellow golden color hair. But what did Bertie say? Bertie in the train, he said that my mother used to have a beautiful dark brown hair because he met his mother before 6 months. So as for his knowledge, he did not come to know about this blonde hair. So he mentioned that statement. But now this Phillips Leatherby came to know that what Bertie said is true. He is the real son of Mrs. Solpeniago and he started realizing his mistake that he made a wrong guess. This is a shot in the dark. A shot in the dark refers to a wrong guess. Finally, he thought that he was thinking that how could I seek the help of Mrs. Solpeniago because he wants to become a politician. That is why he is meeting Mrs. Solpeniago. But unfortunately, with a small misunderstanding, he was not able to help the son of Mrs. Solpeniago, Bertie. So how will she help me? So this is the story. This is the wrong guess made by Mr. Phillips Leatherby. Thank you for listening.